Okay, it seems that I am receiving confirmation that we are ready to begin the Momodora Moonlit Farewell run. No major glitches by Squeal. So, whenever we are ready, let's get this run started.
Yo, what's up? I'm Comet. I definitely know a lot about this game, and I'm definitely not just here to hang out.
Here to be Comet, and
Yeah.
that's all you need. Um, so yeah, if we're ready, Comet, if you want to do a countdown.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. Start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So we immediately start with like a minute of cutscenes. So I just wanted to get going now. This game came out this year. It's the sequel slash prequel to Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight. It's the fifth one in the series. This one kind of takes a step back in difficulty and is more of a collectathon. But there's things that will make it difficult on ourselves in order to go fast. We do have the incentive for the cat petting, and I'm pretty sure, Ponkle, that was already met at least once, so we do have one cat pet in there.
I think it was met twice.
If my understanding is correct, it was indeed met twice.
Okay. So that should be going on throughout the run. What is it, every $50? Able to go back to the main village in the town and pet a cat. So it's been a day of petting cats. We had Pet the Pup, we had GM Lobby. You get just a little bit more. All right, finally actually starting the game. Crazy.
Crazy.
We will be able to pet cats in about 3 minutes for those two initial ones. So starting off, we have very basic movement kit, a roll, a slash with our leaf. We do have a bow, which will become important later, but isn't as useful now.
Yeah, this is just sort of the tutorial section, and then we'll get to Cat Town.
Hell yeah. So one important thing to manage through like all the movement until we get a certain ability is our stamina meter that you see in the top left. Oops. There we go. Our stamina meter crawls up really slowly and goes down a lot whenever we roll. If it gets all the way to the bottom, it takes a really long time to replenish. So taking like big breaks between rolls is good, as sad as it is. But pretty soon stamina won't be like a huge problem. Here we're going to get a secret sigil that'll be very important later.
I learned this a couple days ago. Sigils are pretty much like charms from Hollow Knight. You're welcome.
He's not wrong. I mean, yeah, they're basically just that. Alright, and first boss coming up. All we're gonna do with this guy is just get on his left. We get stuck floating in the air because we're like falling into his hitbox. And every once in a while he does a stun attack. And that's about it. It's a very simple boss. This boss is actually slower on the easy mode that I'm running, because this stun attack that he's doing on the normal like mode boss fight doesn't actually stun you. You just like can immediately act again after getting hit by it.
That's still crazy to me. Like, it seems like the easy mode should be the one where it doesn't stun to make it easier, you know? But guess not.
Yeah, it almost feels like they just accidentally had them mixed up and did nothing about it.
I love gaming. I love video games.
Alright, we are now in Coho Village. We will get to pet cats.
It's called Cat Town.
It's called Cat Town now. Here's one cat. We'll pet a different one each time.
Hell yeah, this is so awesome. I love this game. I've never played this game. I love this game.
It's all you need. Is there a cat here? I think there's a cat down here. Perfect. We're headed over here. So yes, more donos, more cats, more pets. What else could you want?
Yeah, that's all you owe now. You're no longer in cat debt. If you want to put Squeal into cat debt, get your donations in.
That's true.
The run was never about completing it. It's all about petting cats.
Alright, so we did put on that sigil at the end of the fight, and you'll notice my stamina is regenerating a lot faster now, and that's because I have 1 out of 1 HP. When you're at critical HP in this game, your stamina regens way, way, way faster. So whenever we're in areas where we're not like in danger of dying, and sometimes in danger of dying, we're going to have this on so we can move way quicker. Also get used to this, save and quitting all the time. The game pretty much hard saves like permanently, so all save and quitting actually does is takes you back to the last bell you hit. Right. Here we get another really powerful sigil that we're not going to use quite yet, but it's very good for bosses. And now we get into the probably most dangerous part of the run. Running through this first area until we get a certain ability while at 1 HP the entire time. And we will be getting checkpoints, but it's still a little daunting. It's almost good that it's at the beginning of the run, because if you die, you just reset early.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but like just a few seconds ago, you did just do some tech with healing. Every time you heal, you gain a little bit of height, right? So you just use that to jump a little higher.
Yeah, so we're gonna try it again here. Nice.
Yeah.
So at the very top of your jump, if you heal, you get a little bit of height, and it is a limited like try trick that you can do because it's based on your mana pool. So it's actually why I'd specifically grab that first spell, was to get the mana back. But we're just going to be running through this beginning area, grabbing safety bells, so now would be a good time for any donations or incentives.
I'd like to take this moment to talk about our current incentives that are left at the end of the stream. A quick reminder to the audience that for every $50 that you donate, you will make Squeal pet another cat. This incentive will be open until around the end of the game, because if my memory serves, we can pet cats all the way up until the end of the game. So for more cat petting, please get those donations in. Also, a quick reminder that in only $40 more, you will get a bonus run, Fresh Hops Kaizo, where Frozen Flygon will play that game. And should that be met, that will open another bid war, which will decide what Frozen Flygon will drink during the course of that run. So please, if you want to see that, please, please, please get those donations in.
I want to see that.
I want to see it too, actually.
Okay, so now we're going to go pick up another sigil. This first area is just kind of grabbing a lot of small things that will be really powerful when comboed together. So we got Cloudy Blood, which I guess if you play Hollow Knight Comet, what would you compare it to? Being at low HP and doing more damage?
Is this one Fury of the Fallen?
It might be Fury of the Fallen. Good job!
Hooray! Yippee!
So this one combos really well with the sigil, the Fool, that we got. I almost died there. That was so bad. That was a really bad roll.
Yeah, keep in mind Squeal does have 1 health this entire time. If he gets hit, he's just dead.
Yeah. So yeah, having just the combo of game sets you to 1 HP, which counts as critical, and then you have a charm that gives you, it's like a 30% damage buff or something, or like 20% when in critical HP. It's a speedrun sigil for sure. Alright, so just upgrading our leaf here. This isn't really super useful. It just lets us cut these red vines now. It's the only reason we need it. We don't like do any more damage. And now we get to climb all the way to the top. Oh, gonna have to wait here. These, like, even though your roll has iframes, this, like, smoke, when it's the skull smoke, you cannot iframe through it at all. If you try to roll through it, you'll just die. So I'm playing these very safe. Unfortunate cycles, but it's all good. It's better than dying, pretty much always, to wait, like, a cycle. Oops. Maybe when I don't hold jump all the way.
Yo, was that Bub's drop?
It might have been Bub's drop. Alright, this will kind of remedy our stamina problem. Especially for boss fights, getting the stamina berries is really important. Now we're gonna take off our Fool. So this is kind of our damage setup for a lot of bosses, is going to 1 HP with Fool, and then taking it off. We still keep the 1 HP, and then putting on other like stuff that buffs our damage. So here's the first real boss of the game. This one with the HP setup I have, I won't die in one hit, but I'll go down very low. Also, you're just gonna have to wait for most of this fight, sadly. Now we kind of just have this stun lock that hopefully gets us there. Nice.
Very nice.
And then they blow up. It was a little unfortunate at the start. They took a while to drop down, but otherwise pretty good. Now we get this flower, quit out, and the game actually saves your like respawn point here. But doing this is way faster than running the little gauntlet that the game wants you to teach you the new mechanic we just got, which is running. Pretty important for
Did you know that
running
running is fast?
I actually didn't know that. I just grabbed it because we need to use it to get through the wind streams. I never thought about the speedrun potential of it.
Maybe you should start incorporating that into your runs.
Oh, okay. I'll try. So, running is pretty good. We needed to get past these. But at this point, we kind of don't need the 1 HP like movement speed anymore. Good ways to move with running are just tapping it. Because if you just hard run, you'll run out of stamina really quick. And then this running slash attack that we're doing, basically the entire time that the slash attack animation is happening, you still have that full run speed, but you aren't consuming the stamina. These guys are being really annoying.
Yeah, they were like right in your way.
So just tapping sprint, tapping jump, and slash, and then like letting go of sprint once you're in the attack. You can see I'm like barely consuming stamina.
Yeah.
Really good for long stretches. Obviously, if you just need like a short stretch, full running is the fastest. So if you're like just about to move vertically, or like don't need the stamina because you're entering a cutscene, then just full running is the best. But for now, we are just running towards our next bell and towards our next boss eventually, so it would be a good time for any donations.
I would like to take this moment to just remind our audience that the Pet the Cat incentive is open until close to the end of the run. And hey, who knows? If we get one cat, maybe we could get another cat, and then another cat, and then another cat. So get those donations in. Please don't wait. And of course, once we meet our $6,220 milestone, you will get a bonus game, Fresh Hops Kaizo, played by Frozen Flygon, which will open a bid war that chooses what beer she drinks. I think that's going to be a real good time, so please get those donations in.
Yes, you only have till the end of this run, right? To see Fresh Hops. You got a time limit at this point, so
Yeah, and this run's only about one SpongeBob movie, 2004 long, so you gotta be fast.
Just as a comparison, yeah.
Just as a comparison, that's it.
I mean, it's a good thing we all know the exact length of the SpongeBob movie 2004.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone in the audience knows that. I know that.
It's a classic.
Guys, I don't know that.
It's a classic.
Oops. I was not looking at that, I was looking at my stamina. Silly.
So one thing I didn't realize about this game, because like I said, I've never played this game before. Based off the dialogue, I realized that the character you're playing as, his name is Dora, and turns out in that dialogue, the other character, no, you're not Dora, you're Momo, and the other character's name is Dora. I didn't know that. I thought that was pretty funny. I hope you find that funny too.
I find that really funny. I actually also didn't know that their names, like, even having played the fourth game, I didn't know that's how the names worked until I played this game.
They're Momo and Dora.
Dora is, like,
cat.
not really in the fourth game. It's a cat. It's also a god that wants to kill us. So, this is Black Cat. They aren't, like, a super hard fight, but they will become friends with us later. But we don't get to pet them.
What? Spoilers.
Spoilers in a speedrun? I would never. Yeah, this fight, like, isn't super hard, but it's still kind of random enough to where I don't feel comfortable doing it at 1 HP. It was not a great fight, but it was okay. Cat God.
Do we have time to sneak in a quick donation?
We do.
Okay, big $38 from Math Hacker saying, let's decide on that beer. And with that donation, we have met the Fresh Hops Kaizo incentive, a big $6,220, excuse me. Thank you guys so much. With all of your effort, we can help the PCRF do the wonderful things that they do for children in the Middle East, and it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. So we will be getting to see the Fresh Hops Kaizo run by Frozen Flygon immediately after Momodora. So a huge thank you to everyone donating and everyone watching.
More Archiethon? Hell yeah.
Sign me up.
I'm down. More Archiethon, baby!
Barely got that.
Nice.
So we're doing a little detour here. You're not supposed to go this way, if it wasn't obvious. Doing just a little skip there. You're supposed to have wall jump in order to get into this area. We're only here for fast travel. So now, at this point, if we have any more cat pets, I can go back at almost any time to the town and do them, like, right away. So feel
it's
free
funny
to
you mentioned that.
feel free to hop in.
Yeah, we did actually meet a third Pet the Cat incentive.
I will head back right now. You can't head back on, like, any bell, but you can head back on most of the bells. Hell yeah. I'm really hoping sometimes when you pet a cat, they will give you money. It's like a low % chance, but I'm hoping that we get that.
I think one thing that wasn't mentioned, but you've probably seen at this point already, I think that last boss did give Squeal a double jump, so...
Yes.
That's gonna be happening now.
Yeah, I do that now.
Yeah, classic.
So yeah, basically all that detour was to unlock fast travel, to, like, cut out backtracking later. Because it's not really useful.
I thought it was to pet cats.
That too. That's a more important reason. So, since there's cat fast travel here, or cat travel, I guess you could call it.
I mean, that's what
We'll
it's
be going
for.
back there later. But now we're in Fairy Springs. We're supposed to go to the fairy village and stop them from being killed, I think. We're not really going to get there in time.
Don't ask
that
me.
doesn't matter.
I call it Crabland.
There are a lot of crabs. Man, this guy's annoying. One
Okay.
thing that we're going to be grabbing that's pretty important here is another charm slot, or they're called grimoires in this game. So we can equip more sigils. We're going to end up getting all 5 by the end, but we're going to be stuck on 3 for a really long time. You don't get the 4th one till like very late game, and then the 5th one is like one boss fight after that. So otherwise, we're just going to be kind of running through this area, so feel free to hop in whenever, Punkle.
Perfect timing. I actually would like to read the options that we have for the upcoming bid war of the beer choice that we're going to have for the Fresh Hops Kaizo run. We have a choice between 4 different drinks here. We have the Cigar City Margarita Goose, a Funky Buddha Floridian, a Left Hand Milk Stout, and a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of good. So, you get a choice between one of those 4 drinks for every time you get those donations in. So if you want to choose which alcohol that Frozen Flygon will drink, please keep those donations coming in. And every donation that comes in also will go towards more cat petting. So please get those donations in before the end of the run.
I don't know what that goose one was. I don't know anything about beer.
I heard goose.
But that one sounds funny, so donate for that one.
Hell yeah.
Cigar City Margarita Goose. I have no idea what
Margarita
that is, but it
Goose.
kind of sounds
Margarita
good.
Goose. Comment.
That
That
sounds
sounds like some
awesome.
2-word poetry right there.
Shoutouts to 2-word poetry. I'm typing that in
Shoutouts to
right
2-word
now.
poetry.
It's like an ancient foreign language, like the lost art of alcohol or something.
Alright, so one sigil that we did grab very quickly was the one that makes my arrows now explode. So that's a big reason for getting all this magic, is it costs
Just like
like...
me on Tuesdays.
What?
What?
What? Yeah. So it costs 4 mana for these arrows, I believe? I guess I'll find out right here. Yeah, 4 mana. So we do need like a pretty high mana count. Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
It's a pretty tough shot
That one's kind of.
to-
That one's
to
pretty
hit.
tight.
Getting hit a lot here. It's fine though. I'm gonna grab a safety sigil over here. Mainly just use this for one boss that I personally struggle with, and it takes like 5 seconds to grab. So, little baby mode, but never hurt. But now we kind of have our full...
Hell yeah.
We have our full like damage combo. The 2 arrow sigils that we got do a massive amount of damage, and when you combine that with Cloudy Blood and already being at 1 HP from the Fool, it stacks pretty quickly. You'll see that on the next boss once we get there. There's still a little bit away. We have a gauntlet coming up, a couple gauntlets. So I guess a bit more downtime for any donos.
At this time, I'd like to talk a little bit about what your donations are going to. So this year at Archiethon, we are supporting the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. The PCRF provides humanitarian aid and free medical care to thousands of children yearly who lack local access to care within their local healthcare systems. Their mission is to work towards a world where all children in the Middle East can have access to quality medical care, humanitarian aid, and specialized surgical procedures. And if you would like to know more about what the PCRF does, you can visit pcrf.net. And I believe there is a command in the chat, but memory escapes me as to what that is. Apologies.
I think you're right. I think it's exclamation PCRF, but I could be wrong.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, it's in the title? Oh my god.
Super professional.
It's okay. We get there. We get there in the end.
If we have a little more downtime,
Nice.
I'd like to talk a little bit more about the PCRF. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So the PCRF also provides refugee food aid. So food insecurity is impacting the growth, development, and overall health of refugee children in the Middle East. The PCRF has provided thousands of children in refugee camps in Lebanon and Gaza with food distribution to support their nutritional needs. And of course, if you would like to know more about what they do, you could visit pcrf.net or !PCRF in the chat.
Alright, you might be wondering why is save and quit there. I accidentally healed and I need that mana for this boss fight. So it's a good thing I opened the shortcut door, because we're going to be doing this fight at 1 HP. Ideally get a quick kill on it. If I don't get it, like after a couple times, I'll just cave, but it's a fun quick kill if you can get it. And there's really only one attack to dodge. So at this point, we should be safe from being hit, as long as I do it fast enough. Nice.
Nice.
Very good. So yeah, it takes like literally about like 28 to 32 mana, and I had healed down to like 22. And if you don't have the mana for it, your arrow shots do way less damage. So now we are into the fairy village, where we're gonna be here for like 10 seconds. We're gonna get wall jump and then dip, and that's about it. Small thing, you can activate these elevators and then get out of them before they close. They have like walls, so you can just get on top. Other than that, now our quest, I guess, is to go get these 2 dusts, so that way we can enhance ourselves to get more powerful to fight the gods. I don't really remember all the lore, I'm not gonna lie. So all we have to do is talk to her, get double jump.
Wall jump.
Or wall jump, yes, sorry. And we're gonna go to Coho Village. We actually have to go back here, so do we have any cats at the moment?
No cats, but I do have a $5 donation from Ryu that says, "Can cats have beer?"
Yes.
If they
probably not. Also, probably refer to my lawyer for that one. I don't know. Thank you for the $5, Ryu. And with that $5, that was put towards the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which is now in the lead with a huge $5. So remember, chatters and viewers, if you would like to have Frozen Flygon drink something else, like maybe the Cigar City Margarita Goose is your thing, or maybe Funky Buddha Floridian, or maybe the Left Hand Milk Stout, then please get those donations in.
Where is Frozen getting these beers?
Can we get a Goose Gang in Chad?
Goose Gang?
I don't know.
If I wasn't in the middle of a
speed
speedrun, I'm on the Goose side. Just saying. I feel like we need some Goose representation.
I don't know. Like this, it's tough. It's tough. I kind of like the Funky Buddha Floridian. That one's got a ring to it.
I do like that one.
It does. This is hard. I think I'm still Margarita Goose fan, and I'm definitely the right person to talk about.
Yeah,
here.
comment as someone who can't drink. What's your opinion
As somebody
on this?
who is, as somebody who's definitely old enough to drink, I can definitely say that Margarita Goose is the way to go.
Please drink.
Alright.
Please drink responsibly, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so there we got one of the two like dusts that we need. The second one's just a little bit harder. But we're gonna avoid doing it. We're gonna go, I guess, level up while also doing map progression at the same time. Since this game's like HP and the damage they do scales really hard come endgame, we need to get a lot of attack buffs, a lot of health. Not so much health, we're only gonna finish the game with about 1,000. And the cap is like 1,500. But we're going to be getting a lot of attack flowers, and we already have to run through these areas. So we're kind of just leveling up while avoiding as many bosses as possible. That sigil I got is just a small buff. It enhances our like leaf damage a little bit. It's also like very softly flashing lights warning. Not really yet, but once I get the enhanced version of it, wearing them both and doing boss fights, they flash a lot when they proc all the time. So, just a slight warning there. You'll get a preview of it here in this gauntlet.
I'm a fan of this guy. Look at him go. He'll get there eventually. Oh,
Yeah,
never mind. You killed him.
he didn't. I don't think he got there. This guy might get there. Nope. Okay. I'm actually happy I didn't take damage there, because if those guys hit you, they apply bleed. And... oh, yeah, like that. Thank you.
Like that.
Perfect. Bleed is really annoying. It just drains your HP for a really long time. And you can't really get rid of it. There's like one sigil in the game you can wear that prevents bleed from happening, but... oops, I'm supposed to go up here. So yeah, even though this area is like pretty dangerous, there's tons of attack flowers. So we get like 6 or so in this stretch until we go back and do the big gauntlet. And doing that gauntlet at like 30 attack compared to doing it at 10, or not 10, at 20 is pretty big. Otherwise, we're just running towards a boss with some downtime, so... now's your time, Ponkle.
Yeah, I got you. So, to anyone just joining in, welcome to Archiethon 5. Archiethon is a speedrunning marathon hosted by Celeste runners playing speed games that are not Celeste, as you can see by this run here. Archiethon is being hosted on the CelesteCommunity channel right here live on twitch.tv/CelesteCommunity. If you're interested in what we do here, then be sure to drop a follow for regular Celeste content, including bingo tournaments, task premieres, special events, and more. Check out at Celeste_com on Twitter, or join the Discord by typing !Discord in the chat.
Counterpoint. I've seen Squeal eating a lot of berries, so this might be Celeste. More research necessary, of course, but I just, I wouldn't like rule it out that this isn't Celeste.
I think it could be Celeste.
Is there a mountain involved?
I mean, you've been climbing up some pretty big walls. That's pretty mountainous.
You could
It's
consider
close
them
enough.
mountains. I'm gonna unlock this, but I shouldn't need it. Should
No
be okay.
community note. Must be Celeste.
Must be Celeste. Okay, unfortunate taking bleed at the start of this fight, but shouldn't really matter.
Welcome
This
to
guy...
Blob.
yeah, I just called this guy Blob in my splits. He doesn't really do much. I'm already a little low, though, from that bleed. We just kind of stand in front of him in a whale. He'll jump up and down once he's at, like, 2/3 and 1/3 health. Other than that, just kind of chilling. Might need to grab a mana orb off of him. There isn't really a good way to do this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this. There isn't really a good way to do this guy, like, on 1 health. Because you kind of need to be in his face to do damage. But yeah, he's gone. There is one more boss in Demon Frontier that we'll be doing way later. I always forget how this room enters. Gotta go up in it. But now we are on to the Ashen Hinterlands. This place also kind of sucks, but we're not really going to touch it yet. We're just here to get the warp point and the attack flower that's here.
Those freaking bugs that I hate.
Yeah, these bugs suck, just because they fly around very sporadically, and
they're so funny.
And they apply bleed. Not fun. Most of the enemies in Ashen Hinterlands are not fun. They'll just like hinder your movement, or you're like really drain your HP. But yeah, we're just here to get the warp point and then dip. We're gonna go back to Fairy Springs and go do the big gauntlet that I had mentioned before. This is probably like the second hardest part of the game, outside of not dying at the beginning. Except this one has actual combat. We're just gonna be going through like 5 waves, kind of reminiscent of each area we've been through with like repeated enemies. And then a boss at the very end. Luckily we can heal before the boss, which is good because the very last floor has a ton of those enemies that can bleed. So otherwise it would just be brutal. But yeah, this is kind of just a really big downtime where like we're doing combat, but it's all the same. So
alrighty, let me sneak in here then. Oh yeah, let me sneak in here and talk a little bit about, or a little bit more about what the PCRF does. So they have a treatment abroad program. The PCRF is the main non-profit PCRF is the main non-profit arranging free medical care for sick and injured children from the Middle East outside of their homelands, regardless of religion or politics. Since 1992, they have sent over 2,000 children from the Middle East to hospitals in the USA, Europe, and Asia for free care that they cannot access at home. They are. I'd like to talk about their medical missions as well. So over the past 6 years, the PCRF has enabled over 500 medical teams consisting of thousands of volunteers to travel to the Middle East to treat thousands of children. The PCRF is the main humanitarian relief organization providing surgery in local hospitals by sending volunteer doctors and nurses to operate on children, as well as providing training and experience to local staff. And of course, to find out more about what the PCRF does, please go to pcrf.net. You can also type !PCRF in the chat.
alright, we still have many more I think it's like 2 more waves of this gauntlet, but some of these later ones actually fly by quicker than the earlier ones somehow. I don't know how they managed to do it. Tama, what's your favorite gauntlet floor in here?
Definitely the one with the crab. Yeah, this one. This is the one with the crab.
This is the one with the crab.
I remembered one with a crab, and then it like immediately showed up when I was saying it. So
yeah, the only bad thing about the crabs is they cannot be hit by arrows, which is kind of our main way of dealing damage.
Good for them, honestly. I'm proud of them.
That's true.
I do like these guys, these axe guys. They're so funny.
This is like the scariest floor, but with that white guy gone, should be okay.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, these like purple fields that those guys spawned, they've been around throughout a bunch of parts of the run. They like slow you down, so
Yeah, you kind of have to like spam sprint or roll through them in order to get through at a decent speed. But here we have the actual boss. This boss can be dangerous. It can also just like give us a free win if it decides to go in the far left. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You can kind of do a quick kill strat is to like get it on the far left, similar to Garriser Demon at the start of the game, and just like be bounced on the wall and never go down. So you don't have to jump here. It's trying.
Yo, this boss is scary. I'm scared.
He's kind of in there. Yeah, he always goes back to the center to do this attack, so you can't hold it permanently. I'm gonna grab one of these. Get more mana. Okay. Not a great fight, but didn't die. I always forget to grab this. So that's the upgraded version of the Magic Blade that we had got before. So wearing both of them is pretty strong. And that one is just strictly better. So if we have to make a choice, we'd go with that one. So now we are back to the Ashen Hinterlands to actually do what we're meant to. Now that we have both of the dusts, we can go and talk to a big snake, and he'll give us a quest to go kill his brother, and that will let him power us up. I think that's what happens. Also, this area has these funny fish. Yeah.
They look like the fish from SpongeBob, you know, like the SpongeBob movie 2004. That is conveniently a very similar length to this speedrun.
You say that like you're
Viacom
watching.
Entertainment.
You say that like you're watching the movie right now.
I don't
Anyways,
think you're
we're here in
beating the
another gauntlet here with a bunch of enemies that Squeal has to fight.
This guy
We got
keeps
a
making
little time for
SpongeBob
donations.
references. Yeah.
Okay, I got $6.22 from Math Hacker. Sounds funky, and I believe that was toward the Funky Buddha Floridian, if I recall correctly. Yep, that puts Funky Buddha Floridian in the lead for the bid war, with the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale sitting at $5. Remember, that will close at the end of this run, so please get those donations in. Funky Buddha Floridian gang, rise up, please.
Oh man, this sucks. I ran out of stamina here. Okay. These guys, you like hella bounce off of them, like that, if you touch them at all. And those enemies really suck that just spawn from him. If you get hit by their like scream, you get tired, which is even more of a fun status than bleed, because it just makes your stamina regen super slow. So you can like almost never sprint through an area. Oh, got hit by that guy and got tired. Should be okay, but... ideally we go through this whole area without healing or using mana and like saving the mana for the boss. But sometimes you get hit a lot. We are going to do the boss at 1 HP, so I'm going to open the shortcut just in case. But should be okay. It's still a bit of a ways away though, so if you have any donuts or anything.
I do, as a matter of fact. Goofy Goober 34 with $7 saying, "Where's the goose love?" I think
wow.
I think you've got it. Goofy Goober.
I wonder who that could
34.
be.
I love that. I
wow.
wonder. Guys, I don't actually know who that is. Please help.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Thanks for the goose. Thanks for the goose dono. That's awesome. Thanks.
That actually,
yeah, shout out to that person.
That actually puts Cigar City Margarita Goose in the lead over the Funky Buddha Floridian at $6.22, and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale trailing right behind at $5. It's kind of a tight race right now. Also, if you want to see more cat pets, that's every $50 you can make Squeal stay in cat petting purgatory, or, you know, Pleasure Town, what have you. But please, get those donations in.
We got a goofy goober in the call here. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do this fight at 1 HP. This is Serpent.
Look, all I gotta say is I got an agenda to push.
So ideally, this guy just never gets to attack us. He does this like big charge up attack with those purple spheres. You're supposed to break them all.
You don't have to do that.
Why would we do that?
That
Just
sounds
wail
slow.
on him until he gets an attack off.
This snake boss reminds me of that one flying snake boss from Super Paper Mario. If you know, you know.
I thought you were gonna somehow manage to weave in a SpongeBob movie reference. I would have been impressed.
I don't think I can make a SpongeBob movie reference, but I could say that it reminds me of the Alaskan bullworm.
Man.
That reminds me of Bigger Boot from the SpongeBob movie 2004.
Bigger Boot!
Bigger Boot. It's a deep cut. Is it? Wait.
Would you consider that a deep cut?
I don't know.
If you're a
It's deep in the movie.
If you're a SpongeBob movie fan, it's pretty deep underwater, you could say. If you're a SpongeBob movie fan, then you know Bigger Boot by heart.
Hell yeah. Okay. So now we're like stronger, I guess? I don't know. Our attack isn't like actually better. We can move a little bit faster sometimes though. The only real reason we get this upgraded form, or like need to get it, is there's like 2 fog gates that we can't go through without it. Which is kind of silly. Our double jump is higher, and our sprint in water, for some reason, on startup is really fast. Other than that, this enhanced move isn't good for combat, and just isn't really good in general. So we're gonna go to Demon Frontier. We have unfinished business. We're gonna do back-to-back boss fights. Kind of crazy. I'm not gonna be doing this one at 1 HP. It's kind of a hack and slash fest. It might look like I'm doing a lot of damage, but that's because there's a phase 2 here. Big surprise.
Holy, I didn't even think of that. It's a good point from Math Hacker in chat. You confronted the purple hair girl and became stronger. And
What?
I think this game might be called Celeste 2018.
Uh-oh.
That was my cat.
We have strawberries, we have a pseudo mountain, and we have talking to a purple hair woman to become stronger. I don't think we're beating the allegations here.
It might be over. Does
Can you hear
Celeste
my
have
cat?
cats, though? I can hear your cat. That's awesome.
It's just like the game.
It's That's true. That was weird. I paused during
There's
that cutscene
cats
skip.
in Strawberry Jam, so yeah.
It's
So
canon
basically-
enough.
This game copied Celeste, kinda.
This game is Celeste. What are you talking about?
Yes. There's the leaf in Celeste in the 4A minigame. This game you use a leaf.
Yeah, that's a leaf.
Is that a
Also-
leaf? No, that's a feather. Wait, yeah. I totally thought that was a leaf.
Yo, Squeal, imagine a leaf.
I'm imagining.
Imagine
Also-
the leaf.
This game has the moon and also farewell in the title. It's like the same thing.
That's true. That is factual, unlike the leaf. Oh, vulnerable. That's fun.
That guy is. I'm scared.
Maddie makes games. I think you should, contact your lawyers.
Might have a clone on our hands. Ah, yes. Imagine a leaf. My favorite part of Celeste when I imagined the leaf. Don't we all remember it? Or is that some crazy Mandela effect?
Mandela effect. Does anybody remember the leaf in Celeste?
Yeah, it's on the Canadian flag, of course.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
True.
Found it. Alright. This area is kind of snooze, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we're running through and we're getting items, and some of them are important. We have to do this weird side quest where that lady at the start of the area wants you to, like, bring them a box, and when they open the box, it turns out to be the key that we need for the windmill, which is in the room to our left right now. Which is silly because you can get past the windmill, like, with that upgraded movement that I have, you can get past the windmill, but the door at the very top of it is still closed. So we have to get the key, even though we can get up there, which kind of sucks. Oops. But we are going to take the time to grab this sigil, which is pretty nice for survivability, especially for really long boss fights, like the final boss. Yeah, the final boss is pretty long in this game, so having that sigil that just restores energy for us over time is really good, especially when pretty much all of our damage output hinges on having energy. These guys aren't very good at shooting us.
Are they stormtroopers?
Yo, that's how I play Fortnite.
They're probably applying. They just have really bad reaction time. I think that's it.
I think the keys is another Celeste reference, like the keys in, you know, the Celestial Resort and also the Mirror Temple.
Whoa.
Oh.
I think there might be more connections than I initially thought. We have to go all the way back here, sadly. That's why I grabbed the bell in the middle. It's kind of just a good, like, warp point to go back to. We're gonna warp back right after talking to her. And then we get to the part of the destroyed village that's on fire, instead of the normal destroyed village. So fun. Other than that, that would be a good time for any, like, lots of downtime until we get to the next boss fight.
It sounds like my cue. So a quick reminder to the audience that every $50 that you donate, you can make Squeal keep petting cats. So you could make him pet like 10 cats if you really wanted to.
It's true.
I'd also like to update viewers on our bid war that's going on. Currently, we have Cigar City Margarita Goose sitting in the lead at a nice, hefty $7. Funky Buddha Floridian at a comfy $6.22. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale at a very comfortable $5, and Left Hand Milk Stout, all lonely, with a whopping $0. So where's my Funky Buddha Floridian guys at? Please. We gotta. This is an agenda. We must get the Funky Buddha Floridian in there, please.
Does the Goose Gang want to solidify our lead?
What do you mean, our?
I've been staunchly behind Goose Gang this entire run, so.
Okay.
So
Well, prove
I don't
it.
know what you're talking about.
Prove it then.
What do you mean prove it?
With money.
That's a direct call out.
With money? Alright.
Put your money where the alcohol is.
What? Hold on.
Sorry, I'm not old
wait,
enough.
hold up.
I'm not old enough. Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry,
It seems I have to contact my lawyers as well.
Sorry, I
This is so
can't.
sad.
These guys are all on the right. That's weird. So
if
there,
we
I'm
have-
pretty sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just grabbed the 4th sigil slot, I'm pretty sure, if I remember this game correctly. So that's good. We now have more sigil slots. Other than that, yeah.
Did you just do like a million damage to that guy?
Yeah, there's like explodey barrels in the area.
Oh.
Might die here, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, should be good. We're going into the second... We're going into the second Black Cat fight. which is kind of just a hack and slash again, so you can feel free to read donations. It's similar to the first, a little harder. Yeah.
More cats.
Oh, okay, face change. They blow up me when the cat blows up.
The real question is, can you pet this cat?
Sadly, I don't believe you can.
What?
This is so sad.
You can pet the other cats, though. That makes up for it.
But I want to pet
I just
this
died.
cat.
That's awesome.
Aw.
I didn't think I would take that much damage. Good thing is we respawn right here, but that was pretty deep into the fight, unfortunately. Yeah, there's a reason why I thought my game just crashed. There's a reason why we play this fight really safe. Because I'm bad at it.
Nah, I've seen you win these. Trust.
This fight is also just very visual clutter because you have the two other NPCs like attempting to attack in the fight. Lots of visual effects. I kind of struggle to even see where Lyneth like is sometimes. And my build with the daggers does not help, but I love healing and then immediately getting hit, losing my shield. Alright, there we go.
Too easy.
Easy first try every time.
Yep, first try, totally.
Okay, that felt like a longer black screen than usual. I was worried. So now we're gonna be... I guess now would be final time for cat before final dungeon. If we have that. If we have a cat pet.
Unfortunately, not yet, but we still have time, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see Squeal get another petting of cats in, then you have little time to get those donations in. We are closing in on the end of the run, so please get those donations in. We must see another cat petted.
It's true. There is one special cat that I'll probably do regardless. It's a secret dev room cat that speaks. But you can't pet that one, sadly, so it doesn't count. So I need my cat petting fix. And I need it by the end of the run, I guess. You luckily can do it like right by the end. Yeah, final dungeon time. Get ready to hear this song for a while. We're gonna be here for a long time.
Yeah, so there are like 4 like separate like mini bosses that you're gonna fight here.
Yeah, you have to get to like the second hub, so you have to like run through a lot of this. Also, I just grabbed the 5th grimoire slot, so now we can wear 5 sigils. So that's good. But yeah, we have to run through like this beginning area, and then, oops. After that, you have to fight 4 separate mini bosses. Some of which you don't
which are auto
really.
right?
Yeah, 2 of them are like not really fights. They're weird. We'll get to them, but 2 of them are like actual fights, so those ones are fun at least. But yeah, also we're fighting a lot of cats, which I kind of hate. But they're probably evil. Also,
No,
this
they're
room gets
not.
really loud. I don't know why. There's just so many of these guys throwing things, and when they all stack, it gets really loud. It's so silly. like cutting that dialogue off by finishing the room before it
Hey,
ends.
I was reading that.
I know you're really entranced by the lore of this game. Comment, sorry.
You invited me to commentate your run and don't even let me learn about the game. Can you believe this?
There's probably some Hollow Knight comparison. Just equate it to that.
I thought this game's lore was just petting cats.
I thought this game was about a girl that climbs a mountain.
Oh, and speak of the devil, we have a $50 donation from Bailey
No
saying,
way.
"Pet the cats." Also, hi, Squeal.
Yes.
Smiley.
Hi, Bailey. Hi, Baylor. I'm
So
almost
that
dead.
does meet the incentive for another petted cat. Thank you, Bailey, for the very generous donation. So make sure, if you want to see more cat petting, there is still time. Another 50 big ones to see another petted cat. Get those donations in, ladies and gentlemen. Also, make sure that you're checking out on that bid war, too. There's still time to choose what Frozen Flygon will drink for the Fresh Hops Kaizo run.
Congratulations, Bailey. You have just put Squeal back into cat debt. Bah, bah, bah.
Wow, wow.
Boom.
Is it really sad though
No.
that I'm now obligated to pet a cat? I feel like I don't think that's a bad thing. All right, so yeah, we're now in the hub where we have to do 4 boss fights before getting the real final boss. And we're gonna do the really silly one first.
My favorite.
I guess you'll see it when we get there. I'll do both silly ones first, actually. Alright, so this is a 1.5-minute long auto-scroller. We can do no damage to this guy, and he only has 2 attacks. So, there isn't really much to talk about with him. We just have to sit here for 1 minute and like 25 seconds. So
Yeah, it just like alternates between these 2 attacks. You like, it'll keep like it'll do them faster and faster the more we get into it. But yeah, it just keeps alternating. It'll be harder at the end, but yeah.
so this is your time, Bonkle.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is my time, but it's also your time to get those donations in for a 5th pet. We can keep Squeal stuck petting cats for the rest of the day. Actually, I don't think... Well, actually, we could do that. If you wanted
In theory, could do that.
In theory, we can do that. So get those donations coming. You still have time. We are closing in on the end of the run, so you don't have much time left, so don't delay. Also, we have our bid war to look forward to. Remember that we have Cigar City Margarita Goose in the lead with $7, Funky Buddha Floridian with $6.22, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale with $5, and Left Hand Milk Stout with $0. So, please get those donations in. You still have time to choose what Frozen Flygon drinks and how many more cats that Squeal has to pet. So get those donations coming.
Good timing, because Squeal just won. Yippee!
Yippee! Alright, I
Yeah,
think
look at that guy. My goat.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab this attack flower. This is probably one of the slower ones in the game, but it's also really funny. You just get absolutely obliterated. And then you get obliterated by the cycles after on these blocks. I hate these blocks. Oh, I actually made it.
Nice.
I usually get stuck in the middle there. Oops. Yeah, I don't know where these rat things come from. They just kind of show up. So I need to put on a different... we're gonna take this off. Actually, no, we're not. I'm stupid. Yeah, so this is an actual fight.
No way. Boss that you can fight?
Yeah, we just kind of stand here. He still only has 2 attacks. And just starts doing them slowly, like, faster. And they're both pretty easy to dodge. This one you could feasibly do at 1 HP. But it's also a really long run back if you die. Because ideally you'd never take any of the bells in front of the bosses, so you can warp back to the hub. We'll do the funny boss next. Funny boss 2.
Auto scroller number 2.
How funny we talking? We talking a ha 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 kind of funny or a ha 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 kind of funny?
About as funny as me falling to the bottom of the floor. I don't know.
That's
what that
pretty
measures.
funny.
That is pretty funny.
You can laugh at that.
I hate this
Come
guy.
on, Chad. You can laugh at that.
We do have a little gauntlet here, so this area, it's not the least funny, or it. Wait, yeah, it's not the funniest route, because you at least have to do some combat with these guys. But like the actual boss, you don't actually do combat. This is actually like one of the few real uses of that upgraded mode that I got for movement. We're gonna use it in this fight. All we're gonna do is just turn it on. It lets us jump higher. We have to grab these 6 like flames, and then they take a quarter of their health. That's it. We just have to do this 4 times. You don't attack them ever. And they just do the same thing over and over. It's pretty awesome. So that would be a donation time, because this boss is kind of snooze.
Okay, I'd like to give a quick reminder, or ladies and gentlemen, that you still have time to make Squeal Pet even more cats. We are closing in on the end of the run, so please get those donations in as quick as you can if you want to see more cat petting action. Also, our bid war is getting close to coming to a close. You have little time to get those donations in to choose what Frozen Flygon will drink for the Fresh Hops Kaiser run. Currently, we have Cigar City Margarita Goose sitting at $7, Funky Buddha Floridian sitting at a comfy $6.22, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale sitting at $5, and Left Hand Milk Stout at $0. So you still have time to choose what choice of drink the Frozen Flygon will have. So please get those donations in as soon as you can. Don't delay.
It's true, you don't have a ton of time left on this run. Unless I die on the final boss a lot. To stall. That wouldn't happen, though.
I'd never. Nobody would stall or throw for content.
Stalling?
You think
I'm
stalling?
Stalling.
Hey, that reminds me of the SpongeBob movie from 2004.
It all comes back to the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, 2004.
Yeah, there isn't much to say about this boss. The Ataxi has, like, do no damage, and this purple field around him, I mean, yeah, we move a little slower, but it doesn't change our vertical movement.
Oh, it doesn't? That's pretty funny.
No, it only changes your horizontal, so you can still do the, like, jump attack combo, just like you normally would. But now we have all the bosses done, so this door will open.
So is this a final call for cat petting?
It's a final call. We
Pretty
have
close.
a little bit of a climb, and then the final boss is pretty long. It's got like 3 phases. But yes, this would be final stretch for cat petting. Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, that was bad. all good. We get one more heal here. I need to look at my build. Go down to 1 HP, put on Cloudy Blood, and now we're in final boss. Luckily, if we die, there's a bell right there, so it's not the worst kind of death. There's really only one attack you can get hit by on first phase, and it's that sword one. Otherwise, we just go too fast to end up really having to care.
It's easy for squeal.
So now we're going to take off Cloudy Blood, put on the thing that regens energy, so we can start getting that back. You can do phase 2 at 1 HP, but you have to, if you die, you have to rewatch, you have to play through phase 1 again, rewatch this whole cutscene. It's really long, and there's a couple attacks that are kind of inconsistent on phase 2, so it's definitely an IL strat, because this game does have like the boss time trials. So people do it in that, but for runs, I don't think I would ever risk it. It's a very cinematic final boss. Also, don't worry about what we're attacking here. Just block it from your brain.
Rip the cat.
What?
We're supposed to pet the cats. We're not supposed to fight them.
You could call this petting.
In a very roundabout way, I could see it.
Shoutouts to this game's pixel art animation. This game got really pretty pixel art, and I think this boss is a really good example of that.
Oh yeah, this game is absolutely gorgeous. It's so beautiful.
Alright, there's phase 2. Only one more phase to call for cat pets. Also, don't worry about this cat. It was actually a demon god, so don't worry about us attacking that one. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I remember the cat that was a demon god from the SpongeBob movie.
Who's gonna tell him?
Oh, do we
man.
have time for a couple donations?
Yes.
Okay, we have $100 from Tom saying,
moly.
cat. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more pets!
2.
Let's go! Thank you so much for the super generous donation, Tom. Very much so appreciated. We also have $12 from Bailey saying, Flygon Sip. And I believe that changes the bid ward just a hair. Hold on, let me double check. Oh, yes, it does. That puts Sierra Nevada Pale Ale in the lead with $17. Where are my funky Buddha Floridian gamers at? We need to get the propaganda going. But you still have time to change that up.
All right.
Yeah,
This is
still
final
have time to change
phase.
that up.
He's kind of wail on this guy after Dora got rid of his eyeball. Oh, he didn't do the double dash. What the heck? Oh yeah, this is a weird fight where like once he's 50%, the fight's kind of actually over. I don't know why they did that. It's like a misleading health bar. So
Hey,
there's the
Bonko,
boss.
is it time for a donation? Question mark.
There it is.
Absolutely it is.
No, that is not time.
We have a $12 donation from Goofy Goober 34
What?
saying,
I didn't type that.
Goose. Wait, I think I know who Goofy Goober 34
I typed
is.
comment. What?
What?
Oh no! The truth is out. The cat is
The
out
jig
of the
is
bag,
up.
and we must pet it.
Does that give us another cat pet?
What's the status of the bid
I
war?
don't think so. I think that puts us $12 into a 7th cat pet, so not quite.
All right, so
No, what's
I'm
the
due
status
3.
of the bid war?
Currently, with that last donation, it changes Cigar City Margarita Goose to the first place spot with $19.
Yeah, it
surpassing
does.
Sierra Nevada Pale Ale at
Yeah, it does.
$17.
Yeah, it does.
It's like
Right.
you know or something. I
Right.
think there was some foul play involved.
So there was
Foul
one
play.
cat pet. We're gonna head to the dev room. Here's a special cat. He's in the middle of writing his line for the dev room. Surely he'll say something different next time you talk to him. Perchance.
Perchance. You can't just say perchance.
He simply just said perchance. Yeah, sadly, you cannot pet that cat, so we're gonna hunt down. I should say hunt down. We're gonna find 2 more cats. Here's a cat. Hell yeah. Please give me money. No. I really want one to give money.
Didn't you just pass a cat, or did you pet that one?
I've already pet that one.
Yeah,
We're
no,
gonna
I
pet
just
this one on the
remembered.
bench.
Yeah, bench cat. That one plays Hollow Knight.
And you know what? We're not gonna leave this one out.
For free?
No,
Yo,
no money.
That's
okay.
what I call a deal.
Alright, so time will be coming up when we talk to Dora and say yes, which is like right now. So time.
GG.
GG.
But yeah, this is Momodora. There's like really long credits at the end of this. Yeah, this is a cool game. Go play it. Go play Momodora 4 and play this game. They're both really good. Shoutouts to Comet for being here. Also shoutouts to Lori, who really wanted to be on comms for this and has been running the game with me, but they're currently at a convention right now, so couldn't be here. But yeah, shoutouts to Lori. They were one of the main reasons why I got into running this game after playing it. So huge shoutouts to them. Other than that, keep enjoying Archiethon. Keep donating. If we get a tie on Frozen's Bid War, do they have to
No.
do both?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What's the
I
logistics
don't actually
on this?
know, but that would be awesome.
Can we make this happen? I want to see that happen.
That would be absolutely wild.
Other than
Comment.
that,
Oops, sorry.
I was gonna say. Other than that, I'm all done. So,
Comment. You have anyone? Would you like to shout out before we transition?
Shoutouts to Squealy Zero. That's all I gotta say.
Awesome. Shoutouts
like
to
to shout out
the
the
SpongeBob
SpongeBob
movie, 2004.
We have the same brain cell. Oh my god.
I thought Comet would do it. Anyways, yeah, I think that's all from us. Thank you for having me. Running on Archiethon is always a pleasure.
And
other than
thank
that-
you for participating.
Yeah, thank you for hosting. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I think that's all from us.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
And that will conclude the Momodora Moonlit Farewell NMG Light Speedrun. A very good show from Squeal. Thank you so much for putting that on.